Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I just wanted to quickly show some more concept art that I've been working on for my game. In case you aren't aware, I'm working on a platformer that's about traveling between the real world and a world full of AI slop. And I'm still in the conceptualizing phase, what the art style will be, what the aesthetic will be, what the mechanics will be, and things like that. And for the past few days, I've just been doodling around trying to come up with different color schemes, figure out where I want the game story to take place. And here, this is me trying to figure out what kind of place that the story will take place. And sorry for being vague, but I don't want to spoil too much. I really like the checkered pattern for some reason. I've kind of been obsessed with it for some reason. And I've also been really interested in the lore of 21 Pilots. And this is loosely based off the fictional city of Dima. If you know anything about 21 Pilots lore, I figured this would be because as I said before, this game will have a sort of a Mega Man style gameplay where you have to fight different bosses, gain powers. And I figured these little cylindrical towers will be where the boss fights are, and then here you would fight the final main boss, which I'll get to in a second. And here, I was thinking of adding maybe some elements of mascot horror and stuff like that, and the mascots would be like what the robot masters are to Mega Man. The mascots would be to my game. And here's I was just going simple. I was thinking having the enemies just be simple shapes, and the powers will be based off what those shapes are. Like the circle guy would just throw discs and stuff. This guy would throw little triangle spears at you, things like that. But I'll get to that in a future video. And as I said, this is a game about traveling between the real world and world full of AI slop. So I was conceptualizing certain doors or gateways to the fake world. Here, this one's just a simple door. Here, this one, the character might have to put himself into that human outline, and then this thing will put the VR glasses on him, and that's how you transport to the fake world. Or I also had this idea for this gate, and as you can see, the gate kind of looks like a VR headset, and then it would slowly open apart, opening the gateway to the fake world. And here, this is just me coming up with different color schemes, what kind of tiles and platforms I want. It's here I got a silver one. I was thinking of maybe making platformers with some neon lighting and stuff. I might not do it because I don't know how I would animate that on paper and then scan that into the game engine. But here we got some ideas for moving platformers. Had this idea for one that would look like a floating neon RPG pole for some reason. Here's what I'm really more excited to talk about is conceptualizing the final boss or the enemy of the game. And I don't know why, but I thought it'd be kind of appropriate for this enemy to have a cyborg skeletal design, kind of like the Terminator from the first movie. If you've seen, I've never seen the movie, but I've seen images of it, and it's robotic skeletal form. And I was thinking, hey, that's actually kind of cool. I was thinking it could be the skeleton would have a VR headset on his head, because he's the one who creates the fake world in my game story. This is the first idea I had. I quickly realized this might be a little too detailed to try and animate, because I am by no means a professional artist or a professional animator. So I'm trying to come up with simpler ideas. Then I came up with this idea, although this idea seems a little bit too cartoony, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route. And I thought about trying to make it look a bit more like Ultron from Avengers Age of Ultron. Give it sort of not necessarily an entire skeletal look, have it look like a normal robot face, quote unquote, while still having sort of that Terminator skeleton vibe. And then this little concept art right here is it's kind of a combination of Sigman and Skeletor from He-Man movie. I never seen the movie, but I've seen images of him on YouTube thumbnails and stuff, and I was thinking, oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. And then I basically just put his head on a sort of a Sigma body. No, not the bro, that's not Sigma. I'm referring to Sigma from the Mega Man X games. But anyways, that's all the concept art I got for now. Like I said, this is just concept art. It's not like the final art, which is why it's not very professional looking. I am looking up like tutorials and reading books on trying to make my art look more professional, like getting better at drawing anatomy and stuff. So that way, when the time comes and I'm ready, I will be able to draw what I want to draw and make it look as professional as possible before scanning it into the game engine. But that's basically it for now. If you enjoyed this little devlog, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next level.